We have one more awesome individual to talk to today before we go, Mr. Zane Robinson.
Hello. Thank you.
Been sitting there so quietly and just waiting patiently for his turn to talk about, he'll see a little giggle, every now and then, but, not much emotion, too much, but okay. We hope you've been enjoying it.
Got light skin, I gotta be emotional.
Oh,
ain't no Drake
talking
over
about
here.
light skinned people.
Over here. We don't even play that over here. Play that over here.
Don't bring up light skin. Oh gosh. Interesting.
You don't get emotional over here.
All right, Zane, because we're trying to get out of here.
I'm trying to stay all night.
Because I can talk about light skin
I'm
like
trying
all
to stay
day.
all night.
Anywho, okay, I'm gonna be quiet about that. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you, Zane, and what you do in your organization. It's called Life's Interpretation.
Yes.
Let's just imagine like some clouds and some stuff going on
what you imagine.
with that. Maybe I've been drinking too much.
No, I'm glad that's what you imagine.
Life's Interpretation. Tell me about that. Why that name, Life's Interpretation?
So it started out trying to find another word for poetry or spoken word or whatever it was, because I started out as a writer. So I got to the point where I got too old to be a rapper. I didn't really want to be a rapper. I was performing, but I felt like the stuff that I was writing, like my man Fly Ty was talking about, it was more lyrical. It was more lyricism. So I didn't want to just pigeonhole it into being something like that, but I couldn't find a name for it. So then everything that I write is an interpretation of the things that I've been through. So when you hear some of the stuff that I write, it'll relate, you know what I'm saying? So I wrote something about my son, taught him how to ride a bike. So when I recite it, whether you're male, female, black, white, you will have felt it. You know what I'm saying? It'll reach all audiences. So it's just life's interpretation, make you feel like you've never been, you're not alone.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of deep, bro. Like I like that a whole lot.
Yeah.
Life's Interpretation. Okay, so what is Life's Interpretation? What is this organization that you have?
So it's two-pronged, I guess, if you will. It's like we take two different pathways. We provide a service, but we also teach the services that we provide. So we have workshops, we have after-school programs, summer school programs. We usually partner or are contracted to do those types of services for the schools. Next up, JCCE through John Marshall. We were at John Marshall this summer. We're at the Black History Museum right now. So that's like performing workshops for them. But then we also provide the service. So I've done commercials, music videos, promo videos, campaign videos.
Okay, so within these workshops, let's talk about your workshops. You say you do after school programs. Next Up, that's where I met you. Actually, was at a Next Up program.
Yes. Y'all dancers were killing it. I was like,
thank you. Have the dancers killing it out there.
How can we partner together?
He was plotting.
We get money together.
Awesome. You say you're doing something with John Marshall. So these workshops, what are you doing in these workshops? What all entails when you do these workshops? I know you write, but give us more detail about what it is that you do.
So we come in and we provide students the opportunity to learn the basic skills of music production. So my man J Hunt Visuals, we heard his name before. Jamar Hunt, Fifth Element. You may know him as a few different names, but
I know Jamal since elementary school.
Yeah, so we partner together.
Big head.
Big head.
I know.
You do got a big head.
I'm just messing, honey.
We love you, Jamar. Just joking.
Turn my mic back off.
So my man Jay Hunt, he produces the tracks and like the music behind the songs that we make, and he teaches the kids how to create that piece, how to mix and master that, and during that process we record it. So the cinematography or videography or filmmaking, whatever you want to call it, that's the piece that I do, and the kids will teach the kids that piece as well. So, and if you don't like either of those, since Jamar and I pretty much all kind of do the same thing. We also are writers. We can all you can write as well, so we multitask in the class. And then, like we talked about, you and I, Yoshi, dancers. So there's an opportunity to mix the cultural arts together. So I see several different ways to do it. I'm not gonna let. There's a couple other ways I plan on doing it in the future, but I'm not gonna let that cat out the bag.
I know that's right. You gotta keep it quiet. You gotta keep it a little quiet. Can't tell everybody your secrets, you know. But I like that kind of incorporating.
When I say I'm working, I really mean I'm working. It don't be, some people say I'm working, you be like,
when?
Working.
Like when you coming out with it?
You work 24/7, 365, don't ever come home and tie me without a job. What's going on?
I hear you.
Stay working.
I like how you life's interpretation incorporates the different arts and the different things. So like it's not just one in particular that a child can get into. It's various things, and like you say, we're going to try to add the dance piece in there as well, which is another form of art that a lot of kids like. So the writing, the
especially
producing,
kids we deal with, because I deal with kids that are from like
urban
areas.
style.
Sometimes public housing communities,
that's their language.
Communities, yeah. But it's not just about being a musician though. For life interpretation, it's about providing you with the ability to be an entrepreneur if you want to go make your own money, or if you want to have entry-level job skills to go into not even like you can go into like the news and be like go to like media general or like and be like a production assistant or something like that, and build your way in that way, and influence you to go to school and college, because unfortunately some of the kids don't want to necessarily go, but I mean I didn't want to go either. My son doesn't really, he's the same, but it's the piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? You need that as your pass into society, so use that pass.
So as you said, you're providing these services. Are you providing like a certificate for those services,
No.
like to show that they've actually completed them?
We're working on being accredited. So my man, I don't know if y'all probably heard, I like to partner with people. So Engage the Foundation, my man Sean Powell, we're working together to make my classes accredited. Because I like to lead you through. I like to make it worthwhile so that when you go to high school, you can be a part of.
Right, so you really give them a foundation to start from, and then they can kind of build on that. Okay, so they do will end up getting a certificate to say like
certificate, credited hours,
Right.
if it's
Say whatever,
it's prerequisite for a class in college or something like that.
I like that. So how long has life's interpretation been around? When did it start?
Life's interpretation, the concept was created in like 2010, but we really started moving in like 2015. It hasn't really stopped since. Like I walked down the street the other day and I saw somebody had my headphones and they called me across the street, said, I need you to do that. So that's another project that I just picked up on Friday.
That's dope. You have a website?
I do. The website is www.lifesinterpretation.com. You can also go to my YouTube page, see a lot of the music videos that we've created, different folks that we've worked with, Sacred Hearts. I'm fluent in Spanish, so we did a project that's in Spanish on there, so you can check that out. VCU, we've done projects with, cultural exchange projects with South Africa, music videos from my students, so you can check out a lot of that. That's Life's Interpretation as well. Facebook, Instagram, all Life's Interpretation. Make it easy to find me. LIFE''S. Life's Interpretation.
Putting an emphasis on the
INTERPRETATION.
Thank you. You spelled the wrong word. I was hoping you were going to spell the second word. I can spell life.
Life's.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Life's Interpretation, yes.
Okay. I like all of that. Like, you guys are just awesome at what you guys do. I'm going to give an opportunity to each of you to, spill your social media. I don't, once again, any closing remarks that you guys want to say, to how people can find you, et cetera, your next events. Yes.
Let me say something real quick, too, because I want people to come check it out. Look out for the date, because I don't know the date yet, but Black History Museum, kids at 122nd, we're doing a video for that. It'll be displayed as an exhibit in the museum because it's paralleling the 2017-18 high school walkouts to the 60s and 70s protests and how they feel that it did or didn't make a difference. And so that'll be there. And Richmond Symphony on September 8th, Northside event. We'll have students out there performing as well. So come check that out.
Okay.
My man Dre
You seem very
Person,
busy,
Jocelyn
my
Lee.
friend.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop.
Okay, so let me go back as far as writing. Like when you write, because you said you're a writer as well, right? Anything in particular you say you write about? How does your stories or what you write about come about?
There's usually interpretation of something that's happened or something like that. So I lost my father when I was 23, 22, so I wrote about that. Different things that I've missed. My grandmother, I took care of her. She supported me. My past, my lifestyle was a little crazy, so I talk about different things. I'm originally from New York, so just different things that have happened in my life. Had my son early. I was 19. I moved out here for my son, but it was he was attached to a person, so I don't really do too many.
So you
love
wanted to move
songs,
from New York to here to?
I wanted to move here.
Right, you said you moved here.
I had to. My son moved here.
Oh, your son moved
my
here.
My son's mother moved my son here, so I had to move here.
I
It
know
wasn't
that's
really
right.
a choice for me that I want to. When my son graduates in 2 years.
I heard something else at first, but that's good. Whoop whoop.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take life's interpretation and expand it in different cities. So it'll be here, but when my son graduates, I don't know if I'll be here, but life's interpretation will be here to continue.
Okay, so you plan on expanding. That was actually my next question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with life's interpretation?
So as Black people, African American people, we need to, well, all people, but sometimes we miss it. So we need to invest. And so I plan on doing some other things I'm working on now. So we're going to invest and we're going to move into different areas. So 5 years from now, there'll be buildings and where I can put this place into, but I don't want to pay for the building. I want some people I want people to
You gotta meet the
cohabitate the building, and I just get a floor or something, and
That's right.
And they will.
let the building live like that, and let everybody live. So we can do all types of stuff. A partner here, man, fly tie. Partner over here, my
That's
my
right.
girls.
And that's what it's
investing.
about, man. Partnering, everybody working together.
Speaking of investing.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me know we need a building,
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. When I get to the
She's
building,
real
I got you.
estate. She does real estate.
got you.
You know.
Oh, you do real
so-
estate.
You got your brick and mortar person right here.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking
Right.
about. Like,
Is she going to give it to us, though?
But this
Now,
is
if
wonderful.
you got a nonprofit, people can donate buildings. So
That's right.
Right.
I got a nonprofit yet, but that's coming too. So that's,
Okay. Need help with that? Let me know. I know all about all that, how to get it, all that fun stuff. So, yep. And you definitely have resources right here. There's a lot of resources around Richmond that we can talk to and go through as well.
networking.
you can
Okay,
make more money
guys.
together.
You guys are awesome. I enjoyed having each and
You are
every one of
awesome.
you on the show.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're
Keep doing
welcome.
what you're doing, guys.
So just as far as like last remarks, just go back each of you again, how we can find you. Yes, how we can find you.
Well, you know what? For me, I'm going to go and set my organization Facebook page
Good.
up tonight.
Tonight, when we,
We're going to do it tonight. It's going to be finished tonight.
And
it's, of course, it's going to be called Dream Big Youth Empowerment. I hope nobody has that name yet.
Even if it
You
takes you
didn't-
till 3 in the morning, you gotta finish that.
I'm gonna do it tonight, and because I have to start getting myself out there.
Yep.
Because I know once I start to get myself out there, once I start to show people what I'm doing, I already know God is gonna bless me with everything that I need.
That's
There's
right.
no question asked about it. Like,
That's right.
It's there. It's already there, and it's just waiting.
Exactly.
So I just gotta go out and I just gotta make it happen.
So when I
So-
get home, I'm gonna text you, Melissa.
Nope, I'm gonna
to
text
work.
you.
I like
I'm gonna text you and tell you
Better not be
what
bullshit.
Facebook and IG and Snapchat and all this social media stuff that's going on now. I wish we can go back like to the people
gotta keep
days.
up. I know, right?
Yeah,
It was so
I
much
don't-
easier sometimes.
two-way
don't take us back
pages.
there.
You know, I gotta go to the payphone. I got 911 call. But whatever, you know. But I'm gonna do it tonight. So look me up.
Okay, definitely.
Right now, it's Melissa Florence on Facebook. Only, what is it? One and only. I'm a 10 on. You know what? Don't even worry about none of that.
Facebook, Melissa
yeah.
Florence, find her on there. Tonight, as of, okay, we're leaving here at 10:38, so I'm going to give her till 12 o'clock midnight
Yep.
to put up the Dream Big Youth
Yep.
Empowerment. So as of midnight, guys, you'll be able to see her page.
Yep.
And she has an event next weekend, Saturday, August 25th, from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. at Tony's Barbershop, located at
2725 Byron Street.
Okay, awesome. So make sure you guys are out there. Free food, what you say, book
Moon
bags,
bounce,
all that, moon
school
bounce,
supplies, book
all that
bags.
fun stuff.
Come get
Very
it.
good. Doing some awesome things in the community. All right, Fly Tie, tell us how we can find you.
I'm on social media a lot, but the best place to where I try to drive all my traffic is YouTube, because I'm the visual king. Yeah, I'm the visual king. So I try to drive a lot of my traffic there because I got a lot of videos there, and that's the best way I like to promote. So like my YouTube page is Fly Tie Music, FLYTY Music with the number 1 all together. Hopefully you know how to spell music. But
If you don't,
Fly
then,
Tie Music, Fly Tie Music number 1. And you'll see a lot of great visuals, official videos, not nothing with just me rapping to a camera. You know,
Okay.
storylines, getting deep. You know, just exploring the art of hip hop.
You got to see the one where you throw my man in the trunk.
Yeah, I got thrown in the
That's
trunk, and
right.
all. I'm an actor. I'm working on my
You got thrown in
Hollywood
the trunk
debut,
and
baby.
Oh gosh.
No,
So
real
wait, were
talk.
y'all
The
excited when y'all
mastermind.
saw that y'all were on the same show? Because I didn't talk to y'all. Well, I talked to y'all individually. But
No,
then when
I
put
actually
the
did. No, I
flyer-
looked at the
Found out.
flyer. I looked at the flyer because I always want to see who I'm sitting in the room with.
Right.
So, but they looked at kind of, you know, they look like they had their stuff together. Or I would have came to you like, hold on. But no, it was cool though. I do love to see these, you know,
We looked at it the
these
same
young
way.
brothers and sisters doing their thing. So, you know, I'm kind
I
of glad
seen
you did.
Jay Hunt. He said, "Yeah, I know this, you were there, Fly Tie. We did the video." I said, "Oh, that's the videos that you were sending." So,
Yeah, I'm that guy.
So y'all knew of each other.
I'm that guy.
Y'all knew of each
I
other.
was like, oh yeah.
I couldn't see the picture. That joint was small on the
Yeah,
on the
so
fly.
no, I didn't do too much research, but I can kind of see from the pictures that they had their stuff together. And I was glad you didn't have any other artists because I didn't want to have to elbow nobody for some elbow room.
Sometimes.
Right, if he was an artist, I wouldn't even have been cool with him. I'd have been like, anyway, searching for the spotlight.
We'd have done a song together.
And that's what we talk about, the Richmond
We've done a
hate.
song together.
Guys.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
We've done a song together.
Searching for the
I
spotlight.
like them
though.
shoes, huh?
Searching for the spotlight.
You know what I'm saying?
Too close.
Dang, right.
Hey,
Talking
look
about
at
Richmond
my
don't
new
support,
book.
huh? I'm part of the problem.
We love you, Fly Tie. It's okay. All right, Zane, how can we find you?
So, yeah, you can find me. So we provide a bunch of services. Let me say that real quick. Social media promos, commercials, infomercials, music videos, logos, album artwork, do short films, photography, headshots. I keep it going, but I'm going to stop right there. Like I said, again, Life's Interpretation everywhere. That's LIFE''S. Interpretation, INTERPRETATION.
You got to say it like they do with the independent song. I-N-D. You got to say I-N-T.
But that's independence though, isn't it?
I know, but you got to say it. You got to say it like that. Like all hard and, you
And
know.
then I spell it wrong, and they be like, "Wait, I can't find them.
Find you.
I can't find them."
Right, I can't find
No,
it.
at Life's Interpretation,
Okay, Google. How do you spell?
at Life's Interpretation everywhere. Yes, Life's Interpretation.